In the year 2062, Earth finds itself fiercely battling Artemis, an AI which rebels against humankind following a grand-scale workforce automated project failures a year prior. In the hope to win the war, a group of three highly skilled human warriors assemble, known as the Guardians of Humanity. The Empress, the last surviving guard, wakes up alone in an empty research facility. Unable to recall anything from the past except a place called Lighthouse Number 8, she begins to search for answers. It is long before she discovered an impending threat from Artemis, and she is the sole person who can save the world from destruction. This anime has about 12 episodes, premiered April 3rd, 2022, and June 19th, 2022, based off of the previous predecessor, Black Rock Shooter. It's action and drama themed with superpowers. Each episode's 20 minutes per episode and rated PG-13. Let's get started.
I really like about Black Rock Shooter is that it's different from its previous predecessor, like its previous season that came before it. Especially, I feel like it just takes a different origin. I think, the storyline is simpler from Black Rock Shooter from 2008, but with the different storyline and the animation, it's very different. Like, it's very more crisp, more clean, and the new enemies are different too because now it's just like robotics, and there is some trigger scenes, the trigger warning if you're uncomfortable with certain scenes. But overall, we are introduced to more new characters, but we also are introduced to new characters as well. But we are also we're reintroduced to Black Rock Shooter, Deadmaster, and Strain. So if you watched the Black Rock Shooter series before, you know these characters. And basically, we're just diving into a new timeline that we haven't seen Black Rock Shooter before. Even though the animation is very different, it does give off more what is the word I'm looking for? A different aesthetic closer to Ruby aesthetic, but even though the story was similar, we're still introduced to Black Rock Shooter, but in this case, she's having a form of amnesia. With that being said, you think this episode anime will tackle things differently because of the new environment that all these characters are in. With that being said, when we're first introduced to Black Rock Shooter, she wakes up from some type of hibernation pod, but she has no idea where she is or who she is, and that's kind of interesting set of conflict as the anime progresses because you're thinking, oh, she's supposed to be the savior for humanity, but yet she can't remember what her role is. And that really just ties in all the pieces together because you really want her to, remember quickly and help, but she is remembering bits of her past bit by bit or the memories that are flashing by her per se. Now, it can't be all that bad. We are introduced to new characters and she has a new purpose of fighting for her newfound friend that's who she encounters, and they are teaching her some stuff more not so titles or topics that you would prefer her to learn, but she takes everything with a grain of salt, but who knows how she handles and interprets human things. And also when she encounters enemies, she's like, do I really want to fight you, or should we really just be friends, because I don't really want to fight you. But that's how things go. And I think in particular, Black Rock Shooters, since we are introduced to a new environment, new enemies, especially if things have changed over the vast amount of years since she's been asleep, a lot of new enemies she hadn't respect to turn up, when she put to sleep, because, a lot of things have happened, including this war. So you would never think, when she woke up, this is the shamble of the post-apocalyptic world that she's fallen into, especially the way the hierarchy is over and, the remainder of humanity is like almost down to a small percentage, and she has to find her strength and her weapons to save what's the remaining of humanity and make sure that this last bit of humanity isn't lost, especially when she encounters other humans who have a strong will to fight. And you see in the background the humans that are left and how they're adapting to survive. She doesn't have a lot to work with, but also that might be, mixed frame for Black Rock Shooter downfall because you are in a different setting, you are different characters. And I think it's very important because you have to realize that we're learning these new characters from scratch. We don't know, we're getting bits and pieces of their backgrounds, but not much of it. And we just know that we're trying to root for them to survive and hope that Black Rock Shooter can basically help them win this war that they are fighting against robots that kind of give off the I Am Robot feel vibes nonchalantly. But definitely it is interesting to see, Black Rock Shooter from 2008 and brought down now currently with a different sense of style, animation. And overall, the story was good, but I think it could be a hit or miss. I guess it's like a 6 out of 10. But definitely check out Black Rock Shooter Downfall if you haven't already, and let me know what you think. But I'll see you real soon for another anime review. Until then, bye!